we're going to start like we often do with MTP, Meet the Press.
Well, at least Congress made sure the government didn't shut down. But that's not all that didn't happen this past week. Democrats with slim majorities and big differences of opinion did not manage to pass either of their two big priorities. Moderate Democrats wanted to pass the bipartisan infrastructure bill and keep negotiating on the progressives' larger social spending wish list. That didn't happen. Progressive Democrats wanted more certainty on that social spending bill before voting for the infrastructure bill. And that didn't happen. Here's what did happen. President Biden traveled to Capitol Hill, told both sides their two priorities are now linked, which is just what progressives wanted to hear, and that the infrastructure bill will have to wait for an agreement on the larger social spending bill. Mr. Biden's decision left moderates feeling betrayed and progressives feeling emboldened because their Stay Strong approach had been validated at the highest level. It may still take weeks to get this done. The gamble now for Democrats is by delaying a sure thing that everyone wants, that bipartisan infrastructure bill. They risk getting nothing and having nothing to offer voters next year.
It doesn't matter whether it's in 6 minutes, 6 days, or 6 weeks. We're going to get it done.
President Biden putting his popular bipartisan $1 trillion infrastructure bill on hold after a rebellion by progressives.
Everyone wants these roads and bridges, but people aren't going to remember a road the way they will remember if they wake up in the morning and they now have childcare so they can go back to work.
We need a vote. We need to be real. Are we going to deliver universal pre-K to this country or not?
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi had promised to call a vote on the bipartisan infrastructure bill on Monday.
Bring the bill to the floor tomorrow for consideration.
Then again on Thursday.
We'll have your vote today.
But put it off on Friday for a third time without the votes to pass it.
Speaker Pelosi, will there be a vote today?
When we have the votes.
The decision was a blow to the party's moderate wing.
Is this a setback for the president's agenda and the Democratic agenda?
If we get it done, it'll be a victory. The question is, when do we get that victory?
New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer, a moderate, criticized Pelosi, saying she breached her firm public commitment to bring the bill up for a vote in September and lashed out at a small far-left faction of the House.
Everybody's frustrated. It's part of being in government.
The president told House Democrats in a closed-door meeting on Capitol Hill to lower the price tag to between $1.9 and $2.3 trillion, closer to what West Virginia Senator Manchin is demanding.
My top line has been 1.5 because I believe in my heart that what we can do and what the needs we have right now and what we can afford to do without basically changing our whole society to an entitlement mentality.
Arizona's Manchin and Sinema, another wild card, has privately said she will not support corporate or income tax rate increases. On Saturday, she called the two-track process an ineffective stunt.
We could bring the moderates and progressives together very easy if we had 2 more votes. Yeah. 2.
Progressives say even a smaller bill must address their priorities: housing, climate change, child care, elder care, and paid family leave, immigration, and a Medicare expansion.
I mean, I thought it was interesting how he said, like, moderates are betrayed.
Yeah, well, I mean, he sets it up as, why are we forfeiting something that everybody wants and, for a chance at something that a few people want.
Right.
So that's going to be the framing.
Yeah, which is, it's so, I mean, it's so, it's funny. I guess it's not funny. It's predictable how much that's framing is. He just takes that framing as if it's not framing, as if it's just reality, which is what they always do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still don't buy it. I still think the whole thing, in the end, they're going to end up with less than Manchin's bill. All of this is just a dog and pony show, I think.
For whom? Like, who's running the dog and pony show?
I just don't believe that they're going to go for 2 years of free community college and childcare, pre-K, schooling. I don't believe any of that stuff is actually going to get passed. They're just, I think, I'm actually not sure what the deal is. Why they have put this off. It would make more sense during a midterm, but why they've put it off now until later doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What's your theory on it?
I don't know. I mean, I guess obviously I think who is sincere.
Oh, Pelosi or Manchin or
Saint
Sinema?
Bernard.
Oh, that he's sincere. Yeah. No, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, he's fighting for it, obviously, as are some of the progressives. But so you think it's just theater? I mean, what I think maybe is theater, and we talked about this, is Manchin and what do you think? How much do you think Biden is actually pressuring Manchin and Sinema? I mean, he doesn't name them; he says two.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows what he's talking of, who he's talking about. So
yeah, of course. But it's an interesting. I mean,
if Biden were still in the Senate, would he be voting for a $3.5 trillion? No way.
Yeah.
No, I mean, this is the same person who spent all of last year's campaign cycle talking about how, or not, maybe not talking about it, but leaking to campaign reporters about how irresponsible.
I'm the guy who beat the socialists.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, right. and about how free college was irresponsible to offer, and all, So.
Yeah. No, he would not be voting for it if he were still in the Senate. That's true. So the question is, I had Sirota on my show the other day, and the question is, of course, are Manchin and Sinema just functioning so that Biden can then say, look, we wanted it. I wanted this. We tried.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't do it, so yeah.
What did David say about that?
Maybe. He said maybe. He's like, there is a theory, a school of thought that this is just so Biden can say, he tried, but because he pointed out that he hasn't really he's only said positive things about Sinema. Like he praised her for some drug vote that she, of course, then changed for some drug company vote, prescription drugs vote or position, I guess, that she then reversed. And yeah, he it was very interesting. He said that that Sinema is like a good educational moment, though, because she exposes everything that's wrong with the political system.
Sinema does?
Yeah.
In what sense?
Well, just how she's a Democrat who openly is prioritizing donors over constituents. I guess it's a little bit more overtly, I guess. I mean, I think that what this theater, as you call it, does demonstrate certain, if you want to continue that metaphor, certain roles. Hello, thank you so much for listening to and watching Useful Idiots. For full episodes and extended interviews, please subscribe at usefulidiots.substack.com. You can subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/usefulidiots for clips, live streams, and full episodes. Also, subscribe to us wherever you find your podcast. Follow us on Twitter at UsefulIdiotPod and use the hashtag UsefulIdiotsPod. Join us Mondays at 10 a.m. for the Useful Idiots Monday Morning Show, where we discuss the Sunday morning news shows so you don't have to watch them.